videos which convince me that it's the best option for animals, our planet, and my health. I did a lot of research into what kinds of things to eat before I changed my diet. It's really easy to find vegans online who'll answer questions and give you advice. I've been given lots of useful tips, like you can eat chickpeas and spinach for iron. You know, to make up for the iron you'd get from meat in a conventional diet. I still really miss fried eggs and normal chocolate. Oops, I mean non-vegan chocolate. My family have been supportive about the change, but I get teased a bit at school. Some people think that being a vegan is weird. Luckily, I've got a lot of friends who tell them it's cool.
Speaker 3.
I gave up eating meat a couple of years ago because at the time I was following a celebrity who was a veggie. Stupid reason, I know, but you see beautiful, glamorous people on Instagram and you want their lifestyle, so I became a vegetarian. I don't miss meat, but I still eat fish sometimes, which sort of isn't really allowed. My main problem is that I'm not too keen on vegetables. My dad finds that hilarious. He's always going, "How can you be a vegetarian if you don't like vegetables?" I do like chips, though, and tomato ketchup. They're made from vegetables, aren't they? I don't eat that much fruit either, apart from bananas. Anyway, but because my diet is a little on the unhealthy side, I take multivitamins every day. I also try and avoid rubbish like fizzy drinks and sweets. I don't think my diet's so bad. I feel pretty healthy.
Speaker 4.
My whole family is vegetarian, so if you're brought up that way, it seems perfectly normal. My parents are both good cooks and we had a very varied diet. We ate lots of international dishes, Italian, Indian, Middle Eastern and so on. I never really missed meat or fish, except when I went out with friends. When I was young, I remember lots of birthday parties in hamburger places. That was a bit tricky. When you're young, you never like being different. But later, quite a few people in my class at school became vegetarian, so I was no longer the odd one out. Anyway, now I've left home, I keep having lapses. I wouldn't admit it at first, but I have tried meat a couple of times and I'm getting to really like fish. I feel awful sometimes, but I love food and I want to experiment with everything. I haven't told my mum and dad. They'd be shocked.
Speaker 5.
My main reason for becoming vegan was that I can't stand the way we treat animals. Most farms are run in such an inhumane way. I refuse to support factory farming. The treatment of hens is horrific, not to mention what they do to cows. So now I don't eat any animal products. No meat, obviously, but no eggs, milk or cheese either. And I don't eat fish, of course. When I first started to be a vegan, I found I was getting tired all the time. So I went to see a nutritionist and she said I wasn't getting enough protein. Now I'm a lot more careful and I eat lots of different nuts and seeds and pulses, dried beans, chickpeas and lentils. It's a bit time consuming, buying and cooking special things, but now I feel really good. My family think I'm a bit weird, but they're gradually coming round to my lentil and rice specials. This recording was created by the British Council. To find more English language learning material for teenagers, please visit www.britishcouncil.org/learnenglishteens.
2. Listen to a news report on young people's eating habits. For questions 1 to 7, choose the best answer, A, B, or C.
Young people's eating habits. Most young people today, unfortunately, have very unhealthy eating habits. Studies have shown that teenagers today eat more processed foods than ever before. When eating out, they choose fast food restaurants for the obvious reasons. They are cheap, noisy, and usually filled with people their own age. However, fast food restaurants are not their only source of unhealthy food. The modern-day family usually has both parents working outside the home. This means parents don't often have the time to prepare healthy, nutritious meals for their family. Supermarkets today are filled with pre-packaged instant foods. For example, you can get mashed potatoes in a packet as well as a large variety of frozen ready-made dishes such as lasagna, meat pies, and many others. Therefore, even home-cooked meals might not be that nutritious. Another contributing factor to young people's unhealthy eating habits is the fact that there seem to be no regular meal times these days. Most people skip breakfast because they don't have time, or if they do have something, it is usually of little nutritious value, such as toast and jam or a donut or croissant. Lunch is also a problem. If you have a lunch break, a lot of people use their lunch hour to socialize or run errands and don't want to spend a lot of time eating. As a result, the most popular foods at lunchtime are snacks. These come in the form of burgers, fries, hot dogs, or sandwiches, which are usually on white bread with plenty of mayonnaise or butter, and processed foods such as cheese or luncheon meats. After school, most young people are hungry, so they fill up on biscuits, crisps, or other unhealthy snacks. If they end up day with a meal of pizza or some other ready-made food, they have not had anything fresh or nutritious to eat all day. Combined with sugary soft drinks, the average young person's diet is more unhealthy now than it has ever been.